Hey yo, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I install my frontal wig the glueless method. So I've had this wig for the longest time, way before we started having HD and transparent laces, because it did come with a Swiss lace. And if you're the type of person that install frontal, you know how hard it is to install and melt a Swiss lace. So I'm just going to show you guys how I do mine. I've had this a wig for a long time, and it's a very voluminous wig, so I do not like to install it and carry it for too long. So I only wear it for the day and remove it by the end of the day, which is why I'm going to be doing the glueless install. And yeah, if this is something you're interested in and you want to know how I melt my Swiss lace, then keep watching. So first thing is to wear my cap over my braids, and then I like to clean my edges with rubbing alcohol, just to remove any dirt or any makeup. And for my edges, I won't be using a gel for my edges today because I'm trying to protect my edges. And then I go in to tint the cap a little bit with my Ruby Kisses foundation. After that, I put on the wig just to place them exactly where I want them to be. So because I've used this wig before, I already cut it to my head size, so ear to ear is perfectly fitted. Why I have the extra lace is because I recently recustomized the edges. The first time I installed, I just cut off the excess lace without customizing it at all. So I recently reconstructed the edges, which is why I have the extra lace. Now I'm just using my hot comb to just slick everything backwards so I can see properly what I am doing. So after that, I'm going to be using my Nairobi mousse. This is my favorite mousse to use to just slick everything back and mold the hairline. So it's very important to like mold the hairline rather before doing anything. That just helps you to see clearly, especially if you're not doing baby hairs. I'm not a fan of baby hairs, I don't like them, so which is why I'm doing this slick back method. So once I'm satisfied with how the hairline is molded, I use my wrap sheet to set the hairline. So I just like to tie this first before using the headband to then secure it. That way, when I'm because the headband has this rough edges, so they might like scatter the molding for me, which is why I like to use the hair wrap first. So while that is setting, I go in to define my coils. So this is a pixie coil, or some people call it water coil. So it only needs water. Before doing installing this hair, I already revamped the hair, so I don't need any products on it anymore. To define the coils, I'm only using water. I'm working in section because the hair is super full. Once I saturate the hair with water, I just go in and detangle with a brush, and that also defines the coils. This hair was one of my best seller years ago when I used to sell hair. For some people that know me already, you know BB Beauty Zone. This was my bestseller hair those years, and I absolutely love the hair. I have it in different lengths, the longer length and the shorter length. I had to like add a little bit of color on the short one just to separate them really. But I really love this hair. And these are my kids, always in my business. I don't have a choice, they are always around me. Anyway, so this is a repetitive process. I kind of like go in with water, detangle, define the coils until I'm able to like define all the coils. This hair is plenty. Usually I would do this on a mannequin, not on my head. It's for the sake of this video that I'm doing it on my head because my hands were really hurting. So this is the hair, fully detangled, coils are defined. I only used water and this is beautiful. So after that I went ahead with my mousse again just to mold the pattern because I'm wearing it in a center part today. I just went ahead to mold that part very well, and after that I went in with a hand dryer on cool just to dry that a bit, and also for the front bit in case the frontal is not fully set because I was going to remove it, so I just needed to be sure it's fully set. After that I removed the wrap, and yeah, I have a pretty good hairline, very set. And next I go in with my ebony spray. This is just for a more stronger hold, so it can last me for the whole of the day. If this was a closure, I'll probably do only the mousse and I'm done because it won't lift. But because this is a frontal, the sides needs to be well laid, so I use the ebony spray to like spray on it to give it a stronger hold. When putting the spray, it's important to note that you need to also brush it properly, just so you when it's fully set, you don't have to like go in again to start trying to mold the hairline. Remember, we already mold the hairline, so it's easier when you put on the spray. You just kind of smoothing it out. If you have any like flyaways coming off, you just smoothen it out so that by the time it's set you have a very clean hairline. So that's pretty much what I'm doing here, making sure I'm taming any flyaway while spraying the holding spray. So after that I put my hand dryer on cool to dry down the spray properly before I can then go in and cut off the excess lace. So when doing this, you need to be extremely careful because I'm doing this on myself. I was being extremely careful not to cut myself, and you want to cut in zigzag motion, not straight across. That way you have a natural looking hairline. You can see the struggle of installing a Swiss lace frontal. Like, it's just so hard. If this was an HD frontal or a transparent frontal, it will just be melting into my skin with the amount of work I've put into customizing this frontal. By the time I'm cutting off this lace, you will be looking for the lace. But with this, you just need to do the extra work. That's the downside to Swiss lace, really. So after that, I'm going to be melting the lace with the ebony melting spray. It's the same product as the holding spray, the same brand, but this is the melting spray. So I'm going to use it to melt it. For this, I don't like spraying directly on my hair. I like to just use brush and then dab it on the edges. So after that, I just clean off any excess before I can then go in and use my hand dryer on cool to dry the melting spray down. It's important that you dry it before tying it. If not, you end up having ruining all the work you've done so far. You end up ruining it. So make sure you dry down your melting spray properly before tying it down for it to then melt. While that is melting, I went in to define my part properly. The pattern on the wig is very thin. I didn't like it. So to sort that, I used the same foundation I used for my cap with an angle brush to then define the pattern properly. This just gives the part a very clean and defined look. Now, the moment of truth. Our frontal is melted. And yeah, like I really love the outcome of this. I didn't actually know it would come out this pretty. I know I've installed this before, but reconstructing the edges now gives the defined look that I really wanted for this wig. And the fact that it's a Swiss lace, and then I was able to also melt it, and this is without glue. No glue was hot in this process, completely glueless. I'm pretty happy with this result. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Share with your friends. Somebody might just want to learn how to do this by themselves, okay? Please share with somebody that will benefit from this. And I'm pretty happy with the results. I'm super happy. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.